go through the agenda.
The recording started.
All right, hi everybody. So another week is finished, but let's have a quick recap of what should be done. So instantly paying attention to the following line about the shelter week number 2. You should manage to submit your tasks before the deadline. Anyway, if you didn't submit by the given deadline, it won't be introduced to another students for cross-checking. So if you haven't managed to submit, so unfortunately, you won't give any score for the task because it's even won't be uh, displayed on the cross-check. All right then. So as for the week that has been passed, along with the shelter, you should be able also to check, perform the cross check for the week number 1 for the shelter, to check for tasks and mark them as checked with the given feedback and the final score. In case if you don't agree with the resolution of the checkers, so you will be able to open the appellation for your homework. So how to appeal for the task you can find on our documentation. Uh, I don't remember, but I was already sharing the link. But just in case if you have missed something, so here is the cross-check section that explains how how the process is going, and especially if you scroll down a bit. So here is the criteria for appellation. Recently, we find out that there is a big mistake here in the criteria, so I just want to pay attention once again that you will be able to appeal for your task only if you didn't make any changes to your code after passing the deadline. So please keep this in mind. And just in
And
case,
the difference between your score and your desired score is more than 10%.
yeah, thanks for clarifying. Along with the major tasks.
We didn't hear the last words Hannah said.
Sorry, could you please repeat?
I said that the difference between your score and your desired score is more than 10%. It means if you want to get one more point, it's not the reason to open appellation.
Thank you.
All right, and along with the major tasks, you're also supposed to complete the following modules, and also want to emphasize that you ask for prolongation of prolonging the code word task about array and objects. So we moved it also to this week. So this week you should complete this module as well. Yeah, along with the CodeWars task, we start the new task, which is Bookshop. So we're going to stop with the shelter here. We'll continue working on it later. For now, the requirements for the shelter week number 3 and 4 are forming. So please stay tuned. And for now, let's just focus on the Bookshop week number 1. Just would like to also notice some major requirements here. So during the week number 1, you look through the layout, the example layout, which is presented here, and you need to create such a layout only by using the JavaScript code. So basically, it means that your initial template is empty, only with the exception of loading the style sheet or the JS file, and anything else should not be present on the HTML. So you create all the elements by the JS code and DOM API. But on the week number 2, when you're going to implement the form or some other actions, you will create the form by using the HTML markup, not by the JS one. So please, when you start working on this task, please read carefully all the requirements in order not to be confused by the feedback on the cross check, so why giving the lower mark. So please read carefully. Again, along with the tasks, you're also supposed to perform this cross check of the shelter week 2. Yeah, again, the same process. Yeah, with the rest modules that are already listed here. That's about agenda for the current week. Also, there is a quick announcement that because of the cheating, like of copying other solution and trying to submit it as his own one, we have to expel one of the students. And yeah, so please don't repeat his mistakes and try to be honest in creating your own solution, because well, you like you're studying the course in order to gain some knowledge, to gain a base of knowledge to start working in IT. So even if you try to race for the score, I guess that's not a good solution, because when even if you get a higher score than the rest of the students, you still will have the interviews which doesn't care about the current score. So that's a good idea to only focus on your own solutions, your knowledge, and even though if you get a lower score than you expected, so don't worry, that's completely normal. So just continue working on yourself. I guess that's really important. Along with the cheating, also, unfortunately, some of the students were not able to complete more than 2 or more tasks, so they were also be expelled. Just keep in mind that there are no exceptions, and all of the students have the same requirements for passing the course, so with no exceptions. But still, if you are expelled from the course by mistake, something could happen because of the bug on the systems or so on. Please contact Anna to resolve your issue, in case if you think you were expelled from the course by mistake. And also pay attention that our stage 1 continues till the end of May. And after the stage 1, you should pass and I would say the kind of entrance interview with your future mentor. And the topics that will be covered by the interview are all of the modules that you've passed during the stage number 1. If you want just to prepare for the interview, so you can just review all of the modules that are presented on the course agenda for the stage 1. Okay, so that's it from my side, and maybe you have something else to add.
Yeah. As many of students noticed me, we have a bug in the RES app related to your status. Please ignore for now. It means in one place you see that you're an active student, in other place you can see then you're inactive. This bug will be fixed, and I hope and everything will be okay. That's all.
All right, Andrei, maybe you have something else to add.
No, I have no.
Okay, so we're actually done with our agenda and already see the raised hand, so please go ahead.
Hello once more. I would ask a question about the bookshop week 1 requirement that layout should be created using JavaScript code. Yes.
Correct.
At least we can start with the empty HTML file with head and body tags already present. Yes.
The body text should be present already.
Body and head could be presented.
So it means that the body will be empty.
Body empty. Okay.
The rest.
I guess we can access one kind of main or wrapper tag to make this task a little bit easier.
Can I ask a question about this criteria about, it's a third criteria, like HTML element should be added to the page by one step, and you mention the document fragment. So can we make function? Can we make function? Would you count it as one step if you create function?
This criteria is about that the HTML elements could be added just by inserting the template via the JavaScript. So this is the meaning of the document fragment.
So inside JavaScript, we can have multiple steps to add elements, right? Or not?
It's mean when you render a created element, you should render by one step. You shouldn't render one element and other, and other. It leads to very bad performance of your page. So this case, we are using document fragment. We add all necessary element in document fragment, and the very last step, we render this document fragment to our page.
So everything is appended into a document fragment, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, it's kind of wrapper, and
yes.
You collect all necessary elements in the document fragment, and at the very last step, you just append your document fragment to the page.
Okay, understood. And the last question about interviews, we shall have like, we make it would be theoretical assessment or practical assessment during the interview, or both? Sorry?
Both theoretical and practical.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your answers.
So you should be, so if you want to practice solving coding tasks, you could use CodeWars as well. And like any other interviews, you're given both theoretical and practical questions. So be ready to answer this part and solve some coding tasks. Okay, anything else, State?
Thank you so much for your answers.
Okay. Guys, if you have questions, you can unmute and ask us.
I do have a question. About that bookshelf. So basically, can we use a CSS to style the page, or it can be done only through a JS?
One more time.
There was a way I didn't. Yeah.
You should create tags through the JS. It doesn't related to CSS. So you create any beautiful classes in the CSS, and using JS, you add class to necessary tag.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I will add the clarification in the task description. I hope it should be done.
Okay, and yeah, can we style, like use our imagination, whatever, or it has to be exactly like in a picture? I mean, can I add something of my own? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
The pictures below are just for your examples for your reference, so you can create your own design.
All right.
Pavel,
Okay.
could you please scroll down?
Thank you.
Yeah, here. As you can see, the design is up to you, fully up to you. And the most interesting top 5 designs will get additional points. Our activists help me to find this interesting design, and I guess they would be fair enough and find top 5.
Okay. And one more thing is, are we finished with the shelter, with the cozy house, or we will be working?
Not yet. We just
maybe
finished
later.
two parts of the task, and we're going to continue later on. But for now, we don't have ready requirements, so we're working on it.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right then. Any other questions? Oh, seems like no.
Seems so, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Since we're done, let's wrap up the webinar. Again,
Oh, sorry, I do have one. About the code wars. So basically, how much time should I, spend on this, doing the, this?
You mean well, like getting ready for the interview, right?
Yeah, like in general, because yeah, it takes a lot of time, to solve these things, and I'm thinking, if should I spend this extra time on finishing the task, or I should just skip it and move to maybe something easier or a different task, or it is better just to like finish it no matter what.
Well, the main priority is to finish the current assignment for the current week. And if you have free time, yeah, you can spend it for coding or the code words for getting ready for the interview.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right then. So let's wrap up the webinar. In case of no questions, but still, you can reach us via Discord. All right then. Thanks for your attention. Thank you, everyone. Good luck and have a good week.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Take care.
Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.